Hello everybody, Iain, Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of County Line. So I've been messing around in the cow area here, just looking at where they actually, where the cleaning area actually is, and it's actually a huge area. Look, it's like all the way over there, and then all the way over here. So we're gonna try something real quick. So I've been moving some stuff out of the way. I'm just gonna turn this off. We've been moving some stuff out of the way, moving the snow particularly out of the way, and I'm kind of curious how this is gonna work out. So because it's such a weird area, and we have snow already, I'm gonna try this. So I've been told not to do this, but I like figuring things out sometimes. I'm gonna go ahead and try and put the Lely Juno over here and see what happens here. Let's go for this area. Now I don't know if it's gonna go all the way around. Let's see here. Let's go for this. Now, what I imagine is going to happen is, let's just take a look. It's probably gonna go up and down this little area here, and if I walk up to it, so I don't know how it's going to work, because what usually happens is it will clean up the TMR, but because there's snow there, apparently it'll shovel the snow instead. So I don't know how that's going to work. So this is going to be kind of interesting to see this. So it will shovel the area though. I'm not sure how much of the area. Apparently I made him stop there. This is going to be the curious part, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. So it stopped because I got in front of it there. So I imagine it's going to shovel the TMR and the snow, but I don't know how that's going to work. So let's just follow it along here to see what happens here. Yeah, it's moving the snow. And let's just check our information here. We're looking for the cows. Oh no, it's still putting that back in. Okay, so it's actually doing it. I'm not sure what it's doing with the snow though. I guess it's putting the snow in there too, by the looks of it. But it's also putting the TMR in there. So I don't know if it's going to go all the way around, because there's all that other side over there too. Like maybe I'll need to have two. But this is more of a test than anything else, because I'm just genuinely curious as to how this is going to work. Let's move this tractor out of the way. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. Apparently there's a little bit of a collision there, so I don't know how far it's going to go, because this area for this particular feeding trough is like huge. So I don't know how far, if it's going to go all the way. I imagine it will, but we'll find out here. So I'm just going to push this back towards why does it do that? I don't know what it's getting stuck on, but it doesn't like the that little thing. It gets stuck on something, I've noticed. So okay, I guess it's just deleting or holding on to the snow. I don't know if it actually gets rid of the snow or not. But no, that's snow. We don't want the snow there. But anyways, that's what I'm kind of curious about. So I don't know how far it's going to go. It's a pretty big area that actually turns, that actually deposits extra, I don't know, TMR and whatnot. So I hope it's going to go all the way around. If not, I may have to put another one on the other side here. I don't know how it's going to work though, if you can feed it from the other side. Probably, if I had to guess. But yeah, I guess it's just deleting the snow. I don't know if I can check its inventory or anything. That would be kind of curious, but I'll let it run, see how it works. Because I'm kind of curious, because it's cleaning up the area, but it's also cleaning up the snow too. So I don't know what it's going to do with the snow. If it's just going to fill up fill up all of its inventory or capacity and then go from there, or if it's going to do something else. I don't know. We're going to find out. So I'm not sure if it's going to go all the way around, like I said. So we'll let that run for a little bit, and then we'll see how it works. Also, I noticed I was looking in the information here, which was it be on this side, I guess. Here, and there's actually no place to sell wood chips on this map. So I guess this map wasn't designed with forestry in mind, which is kind of funny, because in the winter there's not a crazy amount you can do without forestry. You can do maintenance on your vehicles. We could feed our animals a little bit, of course. As you can see here, we can probably feed our animals a little bit of power food again if we wanted to. So I guess we can do that. Just gonna fold up this shield for the time being here. And there we go. Also, like I mentioned before, if you leave your buckets out like here, like it turned up, you will definitely get snow in your bucket. And as you can see, the snow gets in everything. There we go. It melts eventually too, but there we go. Let's give our cows a little bit of silage here. And as you can see, I'm just using the shield as a weight right now, basically. So we're gonna let that Juno run a little bit, and we'll see what happens to that area to see how much it cleans. I should be able just to drop this off right here without it making a huge pile on the ground. It looks, I believe the actual area is pretty big. Yeah, see. As you can see, that's going up there. So even though there's no, like, it doesn't look like there's a trough there at all, you can actually do that. So sweet. So we could do a little bit of forestry, take out a couple trees that have been bothering me, but so far I haven't found any like really annoying trees yet. Not yet, at least. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna take a look around, see if I find any trees that have been bothering me thus far. But I think we're okay, actually, honestly. There we go. Put that there for the time being. I'm gonna use this again soon. What I probably should do is do that so that I don't get snow in my bucket. And if you leave a trailer out in the middle of anywhere, basically, you'll get snow in it. Also, I don't think that water freezes, but in reality, it would freeze if you left water in there. Probably not great for your trailer, to be honest with you. Cow's productivity at 81%. Okay, maybe the cleanliness is at 86%. So even though there's stuff on this side, it's not so bad. Let's seems to be doing all right there. I guess it doesn't have to go very far. It makes the mess all over the place, but it doesn't necessarily do anything about that. I guess you can actually. Let's see if I can do this. I believe there is a way to set the. Let's just stop this for a second. Setup. So you can see that's the setup right there. So you can actually, let's say, Juno save player point. Let's say delete last point. There we go. And then that's the first point. And then I think what you can do here is, let's see, can I walk away from that? No, I guess it doesn't work that way. But you can actually set it up. I'm not exactly sure. One second here. Yeah, so if you want to, you can set this up a little bit strange. So if I want to set it, so here's the setup. So here's what it's going to do right now. So let's say if I delete the last points here, and I say Juno setup, and then I say delete, 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 delete. So then what you can do is you can set up, I want to delete one more. There you go. So you can set up a point. So you say, let's go here, and then go to this end, and then you'd press 1 again to set it up. So going to here, and then you can say go to here, and then go to over here, and you can kind of do this back and forth if you wish. Let's see how this works out here. And there, and then you can go over here, and you can set it up the way you want to. Actually does a pretty good, oops. Actually does a pretty good job of kind of determining where it needs to go normally. Because this area is just ridiculously large, we're going to try this out to see how this works out. I don't know if it does, I'm not sure if it needs to be like a specific space or whatnot, but we're going to go end setup, and then Juno start, and then we'll see how it does, see if it cleans up that area. So anyways, let me take a look for a couple trees, see if I can find anything that's going to be in the way, in the future at least. Something to note is that when you have some of these modded trees, as you can see, you can't cut them all down. So if they are just the regular in-game ones, which I believe these ones are, well, this one is at least. Yeah, so that one you can cut down, this one you can cut down. So if they're just the regular in-game ones, you can cut them down. But that one, I don't know, it doesn't appear that I can cut it down, even if I wanted to. Let's just see, maybe I'm just too close. Nope. Nope, doesn't appear like I can do it. Okay, so that's one of the trees I was thinking about maybe taking down, but obviously it's not a problem. Also, I found a rogue straw bale, so put it in the back of the truck here. Let's just take a quick perimeter check here, checking for brush. In reality, this is what you would actually do in the winter, maybe fall sometimes, so after harvest is done. You go around the edge of your field, checking out see if you need to do any, need to trim any bushes or anything like that, take back any brush. That's pretty common. So you notice how there's snow on the road here? That's because this map wasn't designed with the snow mask. So if you have the snow mask, it shouldn't do that. Shouldn't be in the keyword here. No, those trees aren't in the way really. It's not my property anyway, so I can't really do anything about that. These ones over here aren't too bad. No, I think we're okay actually. I thought there was going to be at least 1 or 2 trees I wanted to take out, but I think we're okay. In reality. So let's just check this edge over here. No, it's out on the other side of the fence. Looks like we're okay there. Yeah, looks like we're fine. I haven't run into any trees like repeatedly, so that's why I don't remember any trees like really sticking out to me. I'm like, I don't remember like one particular area. I'm like, the trees. So, okay, cool. So, in the winter, you can harvest or cultivate apparently. Well, this is what it says, you can harvest oilseed radish or poplar. So theoretically, I could bring out a forage harvester and rock a little bit of poplars, but I don't have a forage harvester to do that. Not one that will do poplars, at least. So that is why I'm just taking a look around the perimeter of the fields, just seeing if there's anything I need to take out. And so far, it seems like we're okay. Let's go down and check field 11. Actually, that might be the other one field where I may have a bit of a problem. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, here's our winter wheat. Apparently, it's grown a little bit there, as you can see. 42% growing, so apparently our winter wheat will be ready pretty soon, apparently. Despite the fact that it's in the middle of the winter. Now, I think there were some trees in the back corner over here that we may want to take out. Let's just double check here. I don't think we had too many problems. But we can't get too crazy here because we have wheat in this field. So can I take out this tree? I don't think so. Oh no, I can, apparently. It looks like a modded tree though. Just by the way the chainsaw popped up there. And this one I think is just a bush. That tree looks like it's half in the ground. Oh, I can take this out, strangely enough. I wonder if I could see under the map, I bet you I could probably find some areas. Okay, so that might be an area to take out. I can't do it with something in the field here. Maybe in the back corner though might be okay. I think the problem we'll run into is if we try to take out anything, it might just fall right on their field. Which in real life it would probably just, decimate our crop. But here it's not so bad. Okay, maybe we could take out a couple of these trees at the edge here. We're not too close though, which isn't too bad. Let's just verify. Can we take out some of these? Yes, we can. I definitely feel like those trees are like half in the ground, just by the way they're growing. And this tree, can I take this one out? Can I take that part out? This is weird about these trees. Some of the trees it looks like I can take them out, and some parts of the tree it looks like I can't. Like the arms over here of the tree, it looks like I can take out those, but not necessarily the actual base of the tree. Which is, oh no, there it is. So I could take out that tree too. But honestly, they're not too close, so it's not a huge deal. Like, there's no trees that are like really like encroaching on the field, which is nice. And I think the map maker actually did that on purpose, if I had to guess. Okay, well, it's pretty solid so far. Excellent. Also, with Seasons Mod, you can actually change it so snow tracks is on and off. So because this map wasn't designed with Seasons Mod, I can't do anything about the snow tracks. I can't turn it on at all. And crop moisture is on, Celsius, and you can also put seasons instructions, so you can say, it'll give you instructions as to what you can do at certain times of the years. It'll say, hey, you're in the winter, now's the time to, cut your trees down or whatever. And there actually is no forestry area on this map either, so that makes it kind of interesting. You know what we should do when we get back? Let's go take a quick little jump over to the animal farm over there, or the dairy farm I should say. And apparently these weeds are going through our truck. And there we go. So we can't put snow tracks on because it's not, the map was never designed with it. But just gives you an idea of how, so this map was never designed for Seasons Mod, and as you can see we have snow everywhere, so it still functions just not necessarily as nicely as it would with Seasons mod, like in mind when the map was created. But you know, so far, seems like you could pretty much do it for any map, play it with it on any map without any significant problems. So, which is pretty good. All right, let's go over the animal farm here. Let's check on that Lely Juno, and we'll get rid of this rogue bale that we have here. This was one from a while ago, actually. I just never picked that up. Alright. Let's come over here. Do our animals even need straw? They could probably use it. Alright, let's bring this over here to the cows. And let's lower the tailgate there. There we go. And then detach our straps. Move the toolbox out of the way. And we'll grab this guy here. And I believe our forks are over here by the straw. So we'll pick up this one bale here. And whoa, that's a little bit too much. There we go. And let's get the straw bale here. Or I get the forks, I should say, first. There we go. And we'll grab that straw bale on the back of the truck there. Alright. Should be able to get this without a significant problem. Should be in the keyword here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, let's give our cows this straw bale here. It's funny, back in FS15, what I'm about to do was a specific mod. You never used to be able to just give them a straight up bale, but with the mod you're able to do it. Bale feed mod back in the day. I should take it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now they're full on straw, so we can't give them grass, of course, because we can't give them fresh grass. But in the summer, you can do that. So let's check our Lely Juno to see how he's doing. Well, he's doing all right. Is he cleaning up all the area over here? Looks like it. Okay. I'm not sure how the actual setup works. I'm not sure if you need to get crazy with it, but like it's only at oh, it's 100% cleanliness. Okay, so there you go. I guess we don't need to worry about this side at all, despite the fact that there is TMRO on this side. So good to know. I wasn't sure about that. Also, if you ever want a good blade for snow, just use one of the silage blades. It's fantastic. Honestly, like they work really well. All right, let's go over here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. There we go. Let's close that gate up there. Honestly, I'll probably leave this open half the time just because I forget about that. That's actually there. Excellent. Put the toolbox back in the truck here. I don't think you can close the tailgate without being in the truck. There we go. Leave the truck there for the time being. Now I'll show you what I'm talking about in terms of the blade. You can basically do you can basically just push snow around. Let's say you want to clean out this area a little bit, so you can you know, do a little bit of feeding of your cattle. You can just lower your blade and push it out of the way. And I found this to be pretty effective. Now remember that wherever you push your snow, it'll stay there for a while after, so keep that in mind, because it takes time to melt. There we go. And that's why I say the blade works really well to clean up your areas out of the snow. Especially the feeding areas like this, for example, where you want to move the snow out of the area because you want to pick up some silage, for example. This is really nice. Of course, if you get stuck, you just move forward a little bit, back up a little bit more. I think we were getting caught on the bunker there. See? It works really well, actually. And you can just leave it in a big pile. Basically acts the same as silage does. So that's what you can do. But I'm not going to do the whole yard because honestly, it's just going to snow again. There's snow even in the forecast, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, folks, I think that'll be it for today. Not much going on here. Let's see if I can find any kind of forest-related area. See if we can't take out a couple trees, a little bit of extra cash in the winter. And for reference, let me just show you here real quick. Let me just back this up and park it. And then we'll hop into the truck here. And then we'll put this away. Because the problem with this truck is that it will get snow in it. You can put it in the little bay over here for the time being. Cats are still walking around doing nothing. There we go. So let me just show you. Someone asked about this not too long ago. They asked about getting the skip night feature. So that only shows up. We don't have any wool. That only shows up when you're about like 8 o'clock at night. So there I'm 8 o'clock at night, and now I get the skip night prompt. But before that, I wasn't getting that. And I'll just want to show you how much money we're making from the cows per day. There we go, resting for the night. So we get $15,000 a day from our sold milk, which is pretty good actually. As you can see, vehicle running cost is fairly low, loan interest is pretty low, and property income, which is from our windmill, was doing all right too. So we're making property maintenance, so that our windmill that we put down is actually making just enough money to pay for property maintenance and our loan actually, which is pretty good. And our milk is paying for the animal upkeep, and as well, it's paying for the vehicle maintenance and whatnot. So there you go. So now day 5 in winter. So I'll have to come back next time and see if we can't find maybe a tree or two to take down, and see what's what. I think I do have some forestry stuff I could use. Let's see. I barely touched like half of the forestry stuff. I've never used this just because I don't use forestry stuff. This I probably could use a bit more. That doesn't work very well. And that's a pair of log forks from the Massey Ferguson pack, which is the same idea as this. Although I don't know. I'm not sure how good one is versus the other, so I'll have to find that out. Anyways, folks, that's it. Apparently I can't speak right now. Anyways, folks, that's it for me for today. It's apparently when I start speaking quicker, that's what happens. Anyways, folks, that's it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you heard me babble there for a second, just put babble in the comment section. I'll catch you guys later.